Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I've been coming in every Sunday for the past, this will be the third week that we've been doing our holiday sewing together. So I'm really excited to just share that with you guys and find out what you all are sewing for your holiday gifts this year. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Genevieve, and this is my channel, Thunderbird HandCrafted with Genevieve. And we do live sews. We also have recorded videos as well from when I first started. We do share a recorded video here and there. But come on in, say hello, tell me what you're sewing today. I am just trying to get all my holiday sewing done. You know, it's only 5 weeks until Christmas. So we have 5 sewing weeks left. That's a little crazy. Good morning, Janetta. Good morning. So that's, I'm feeling a little bit of the crunch. I don't know if anybody else is feeling a little bit of the crunch of the holidays, feeling a little bit of the stress. I will say that running a small business and all of the things is a lot, just like everybody else, anybody who also probably works a full-time job. I know my husband, this time of year, it's like people leave and then end up people taking on that work. So if you're feeling a little bit of the holiday pressures, hopefully, if you're joining me for these sewing Sundays, hopefully this is our time to just release some of that and enjoy our time together. Good morning, Murda. So if you're not familiar with my business, it's Thunderbird HandCrafted with Genevieve. Please give this video a like, possibly a share, because I forgot to go share it this morning over at like some of the places on Facebook that I usually share my live videos. So if you would do me the honor of that, we would greatly appreciate it here on the channel. That's the way that these get out in front of people and we get more people joining us. And then please comment, please hang out, please share. Good morning, Krista. Working on a Christmas Tula tote for my theme tote. Ooh, I bought all the stuff last year and never had time to make it. Girl, don't we all have those projects? Good morning, Celia. Yeah, definitely this is our business is doing well. We've had a good year. I will say, with all the craziness and the chaos in the world, since this is the week leading into Thanksgiving, and I more look at this week as a week of like gratitude. How are we being grateful for things? I am so grateful that I'm able to create as an artist and bring the things I love to others. And that's really, and grateful that all of you decide to join me here, which is wild to me, wild and crazy. And I appreciate it. I was just sitting down this morning making a list of all the things that still need to be done. And I sat down and I thought, you know what are some of the things that I'm looking forward to doing? And to be very honest, all of it, the business side, as well as we're preparing for Thanksgiving. So all of the cooking and baking and fun stuff that happens this time of year that my waist doesn't need, but I do enjoy. So I also want to encourage you, like, take some time to just remember what we're grateful for. And part of that for me is the sewing community. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm pretty sure I have it set up the way I usually set it up so that the sound should be good. I do have the camera angles a little bit different today, just because we're going to be using the serger. If I need to move that camera, we might play with that and like see if we can do some different angles. Because we're going to be using the serger today. I'm making one of these, which is the Harper Cardigan from Sinclair Patterns. It is a free pattern. If you're just starting apparel, I do think this is a great starter. So we're going to be making that. I'm making that for my daughter. Let's hope she doesn't watch my YouTube. She usually doesn't. My son, however, does occasionally. So no making anything for my son live, but my daughter usually doesn't look. So we're making that for my daughter. And we're using our traditional French terry, which I know there's so many of you who are starting your apparel sewing journey. And we're in the new year. We are going to be carrying only 2 knits. our traditional French terry, which is really soft. It's not super heavy, but it's not super thin either. It's like just perfect knit. And this is, right now, this is one of the designs that is on the last chance pre-order, which is called Exploring the Sea. My daughter's a scuba diver, so I thought this would be a really great print for her. She's also an 8th grade science teacher, so it kind of fits both bills there. So, so we're using this, and then we're going to trim it with some dyed fabric. I figured like the trim, I would use some dyed fabric. She's an orange girl, so I chose the Crimson Canyon that we still have some dyed fabric in. So that's the first thing we're doing. It shouldn't take long. This is actually, it takes longer to put the pattern together, like to piece the pattern together, than I think it is to sew this pattern. So we might get done with that kind of early. And then if we get done with that, the other thing that I'm going to be making is I have another one of these sweatshirts that I'm appliquing on for my best friend for Christmas, who's also a teacher. So I feel like it's just a teacher day. Let's see. Good morning, Marta. She's like, you're off this week, so you'll be sewing and make, oh, tamales. Marta, can I come over? That sounds so good. I'm trying a new, because we go to our best friends. It's my cousin and my best friend, who our kids have grown up together. My husband and I are only children, so the holidays are a little different for us, but we're spending Thanksgiving with them, and she's cooking everything because she loves to cook everything, but we're making dessert, and I'm testing this, we're trying it out, this chocolate mousse, but it's with the orange slice candy. Do you know what I mean? They're like you crack them and they like break, but they're like British candies. So I saw it was a reel on Instagram. So I'm trying that this week. That is like a chocolate mousse, but it's like an orange chocolate mousse. We're making that. And then we're probably also making chocolate chip cookies just because no one will refuse those. So that's what we're selling today. That's what we're doing. One thing that we are doing that is a special today over on our website, which I probably should have. Let me grab these for you. So all of our kits are blind date sewing kits, which includes the our Goosey kit, which we didn't have our live yet for, but the Woolly Petals Silly Goose. So includes that kit, all of our blind date sewing kits, as well as all of our dynamic fabric kits, which will be going away in 2026. If you didn't see my live where I said we will no longer be doing dynamic fabric kits, all kits are $5 off through Wednesday. So you don't need a code, you don't need anything. So feel free to go check those out. This live sew for the Silly Goose happens on December, I think it's the 7th, but the replay will remain up as well. When you purchase any of the blind date sewing kits, there is a coupon code that comes with it to purchase the pattern. So you do get a little bit of savings on the pattern when you get the kit. So if you want to do a Silly Goose, or I'm going to make some tie-dyed Silly Goose as well for the holidays. Grab one of these kits so you get the discount on the pattern, and grab a dynamic fabric kit, like the pink Hoot and Holidays one would make a beautiful flamingo. Then join me for that. We're gonna be making these on December 7th. So that's that. Let me see. Last announcements before we get down to sewing are Friday, Black Friday. If you're not out shopping, because I tried to shop small, if you're not out shopping, we are going to be sewing the Everything But the Machine tote on Friday. I'm not sure what time yet. I'll post that up and just watch. If you're on my email list and so forth, you'll get alerts. But I know many people have been asking me to sew the blind dates, the Everything But the Machine tote. I was waiting to see if Debbie and Sarah were going to release their updated pattern. I think they're just, everybody's busy in the holiday season. So I'm just going to do the pattern. I've done it twice. So if you have Everything But the Machine tote, stuff prepared. Join me for that on Black Friday if you're around, or watch the replay. Sunday next week, we won't be going live, but there will be a video, which will be my handcrafted trend report, which I am predicting by looking at other trends, what are going to be our handcrafted trends for 2026. It's the first time I'm doing this. So those of you who love my color theory class, who like to kind of think about what your plan is for your small business, your small handcrafted business, you're not going to want to miss that video on Sunday. That will release. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Our holiday pop-up shop, if you aren't on that, you get early access on November 25th. Make sure you go to our website and get on the holiday pop-up shop. You're really not going to want to miss it. That is what we're doing for like the Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Giving Tuesday time frame. And you will receive savings. Everything in that shop is free shipping. So that's what we felt we could give. And so we wanted to make sure we kind of created something a little different. All of our fabrics, it's hard for us to do like big crazy sales because we're eco-friendly, we're American milled, we're also very small, but we felt like we could offer free shipping on the things we put in the curated holiday pop-up shop. And one of the things will be an early look, or early access, I guess. Early access, you'll be able to actually purchase it for the handcrafted post, which is a beautiful mail club that we're created for 2026, which I really can't wait for everybody to see what's going on with that. We put a lot of time into it. So if you're looking for something small but crafty for 2026, like you don't want to go into doing a big subscription box or anything of that, the handcrafted post is going to be for you. So, and there's people riding four-wheelers around our farm, and Apollo is losing his mind, so I'm apologize in advance if he starts barking today. All right, let's get to some sewing. So first, let's kind of look and see, do we need to, this is a really difficult angle here. So let me see if I can, I might move this camera over this way, even though it would be two cameras that kind of have a similar angle. Apollo, buddy. I know. I probably actually, I can go about this close to there. That's a much better angle for the serger. What do we think? Definitely much better angle for the serger. All right. Okay, so I've only done this pattern with Jordan from Everyday Lions in her class. Like, I've helped her. I feel like I know what I'm doing. Let's not pretend that I do know what I'm doing. But Jordan did help me a little bit with, so I'll share with you some of the tips. My daughter is 5'9", tall girl. So there are markings on this pattern to elongate it for someone who has like a longer torso area. So I can show you guys that quick so you can kind of see what that looks like on the pattern. So because I have a very small sewing room, I do not have my studio yet. Cutting out paper pat. I have a projector, you guys. I'm just waiting for that studio. But I will tell you, this is the part of apparel that makes me not want to do apparel because it's so much to like print and cut out. So maybe over the holidays I can convince DJ to get my projector set up downstairs on our cutting table that we cut all of all of our prints and our dyed fabric and stuff. Anyways, right here are some lines that show you like the different sizes. And so if you need it to be a certain length, you move it down so that you have extra in the right areas. So that was something I learned from Jordan from Everyday Lions this week about apparel. So, all right. And then, so that's the print. And then I'll show you, we do have, this is really how I think, you know, when it comes to dyed fabric, you always want to think about like what's real. The dyed fabric can be used as a solid to make something else pop. Again, my daughter is very much an orange red girl. She looks gorgeous in it. She had, I say it's like road cone orange. She had a road cone orange semi-formal dress. And when she first pulled it off the rack, I was like, what? Okay. She's 13, but she looked amazing in it. And she still looks amazing in oranges. So I pulled the Crimson Canyon, and just look how cool this is going to be together, because it has those same like reds and oranges with the lobster and stuff. So that's going to be the trim. Okay. We have to first thread our machine. So that's the other thing when you're first learning your serger. It can be a task. Now I just put on thread from Wizardry Stitchery. I heard they have a sale. I hope I can get over to it today. I kept forgetting yesterday. I heard they have a sale on their serger thread, and this one is the unicorn, I believe. Yeah, unicorn. I really want to get the fairy floss for my serger too. But what I have to do for my serger is I have to, because these spools are so big, I have to use an external spool holder for the first one, and then I put the rest all on here. So yeah. Oh, these kids. Oh my gosh. I have nothing against them, but kids who don't wear helmets, that really bothers me. And these kids aren't. I don't know who their mother is, or I would call them. I feel like every time I say something like that, I'm like, oh, I'm an old lady. But at the same time, wisdom comes with age. Okay. So you're going to thread. Oh, I have some threads down in here. I really, after this holiday, I need to get this girl pulled apart, and I need to get her cleaned. All right, next one. Again, like I said, this is like, I think for a lot of people with the serger, this is like the scary part. Like they're not sure how to thread it. They're worried about threading them wrong. It can feel scary. What I did is I tried to do it myself a couple times, and then all I did was message Singer on Instagram, actually, and then they sent me videos. So I'm sure there probably were videos on YouTube, which is what I could have done before asking somebody. But when I first got it, it was actually during the pandemic. So, all right. The other thing is my fingers are not, I have like little stubby fingers. And it always seems to not, like this green one, the third one is always the one that I'm like trying my hardest to get my hand in the right places. There we go. There we go. And go around here. If you have any questions about my serger or serging in general, I'll do my best. I'm not a professional. I can get by. I can make my kid a sweater. I use my serger all through the pandemic to make masks because it was easier. Just put it on the serger. Okay, there's that one. Push that to the back. All right, now you. Red. Okay, and then we need to go behind here. Through here. Oh, forgot the little, there's a little threader thing here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I need to test it. Something to test it. Make sure it's working. Just checking if you guys have any questions. Is everybody making their list for the last chance pre-order? There's so many designs. Oh my gosh. As I was working last night on like the new designs for next year. And I think everybody's going to be really excited. We're working with some really, really good artists, some well-known artists too. Like if you follow artists on Instagram, I really wanted to, and we're going to announce what artists we have partnerships with. We have licensing for. We're going to have a page on the website. Isn't that pretty? The thing is with serger thread is you're not going to see it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. All right. Okay, prepare the pockets. We're going to prepare the pockets first. Smart. Okay. So that's this here. I probably should put my iron on too. Because this one, because you're doing like the trim and stuff, it's nice to just finish it with an iron. So turn the iron on and bring my clips over here. Those are going to be necessary. Okay. Now the Eco Knit, when we dye it, sometimes I get this question of like which is the top, which is the bottom. You're going to see the top kind of has, I want to almost, when I say it's kind of shiny, it's kind of softer. The underneath is like not as, I don't know, fuzzy. So just keep that in mind if you are using our Eco Knit. And the Eco Knit is a thinner base, but it's perfectly fine to combine the two of them together. there's not that big of a difference in them that it's going to hurt what you're making. Probably could top stitch this, the pocket over, but all right, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Just let me double check it. Yeah, and we're just gonna, yep. Oh, and we're gonna stitch them on. So I am gonna need to use Jasmine. Jasmine's I'm gonna have to move the camera over a little bit then. I don't know what color thread I should use for the top. This pink is, the pink I have on is probably pink or green, but green doesn't seem like it's, I think the pink will look good. All right. And the reason my serger sounds clacky is because of the table that it's on. It's just a piece of plywood, but the underneath here is hollow because it's the sewing table that my Singer sewing machine is in. So it kind of makes like an echo clacking. So I'm so sorry. Apollo. Okay. So now I'm going to just take these over and iron them. I'm going to move you guys a little bit so that we can feel like when we're doing serger stuff, it's hard to show you everything. Need to think of another layout. All right, so I'm just going to iron these down. I don't know, did you guys see the video that Idle Blooms did the other day about the different flattening sprays? I thought that was a really good idea. The flatter didn't shrink things, so that's what I have for now, but she did share another type of spray. I forget what it was. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but she did. Look at me sewing apparel. Yeah. Trying. We're gonna try. Okay, so I need to fold in and iron down the three edges, because then we're going to lay these onto the front parts of the cardigan for the pockets. These aren't like lined, so I'm a little nervous about the trend video that I recorded, because I recorded it back last month in October, and I like predicted what the colors, the handcrafted colors of the year are going to be. And I have to remind myself, I do follow the stuff. I do know what I'm doing. But then when you put yourself out there like that, where you're like, nope, this is the answer, which I do feel like I was like, if it's not, I do think we're going to still see these colors a lot for multiple reasons. But I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous someone's going to come onto the video and be like, you don't know what you're doing. Which I am really lucky, and now I'll say it out loud, and there'll be somebody who leaves a not very nice comment. But I've been really lucky. I think I've only had one like kind of slide comment on YouTube, and it was about that I talk with my hands too much, which is kind of like whatevs. Hey, Linda, how are you doing? Have you made the Harper cardigan, Sarah? Like I said, it's a free pattern from Sinclair Patterns. And it's what Jordan from Everyday Lions, she taught it at Salty Sews. That's this one that I'm wearing. So figured I didn't get to take her class. I just helped her with her class. So I figured I'd make it because I figured I know how to make it. I feel like it's a really good teacher gift for my kid. All right, so there are our pockets. So now we're going to lay those onto the fronts. So what I'll do is I'll just turn you here so you can see me working over here. And I have everything on just a disaster, but it's okay. It's my disaster, right? I pulled out fabric, some of our denim and some other fabrics that I have. I don't know if anybody saw the Woolly Petals, her little sardine keychains that she just came out with. There is a free tutorial. I just love them. So I was thinking about cutting some of those out. Like I don't have a majillion things to do. Just in my back. Up there. Don't need this. Okay, I don't need this. We just need to put in our pockets. All right, so let's say where our pockets should go. I guess it's viewer's choice where pockets go. So let me just lay it out. Make them even here at the bottom so I know how far up I'm going. Okay. I'm worried that I'm going to have these pockets uneven. But it's handmade. It's from Mom. So, no, my daughter is really great. She loves anything that I make her. So I'm just put a little snipper that's in the center here so that I can measure. Up from there. Okay. Maybe the instructions say a certain measurement. Do they? Oh, match pocket markings. So there is pocket markings. This is the stuff that Jordan says she doesn't follow. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if I'm following everything else, I think it would say pocket marking. see it. Oh, we're just going to gauge. All right. So I think I'm going to go up like 6 inches. How you doing, Bubs? Now he's going downstairs. If you don't know who I'm talking to, I was just thinking that. I talk to my dog like he's a human. So if you don't know who I'm talking to when I say Bubs, that's Apollo. That's my husky. Okay. All right. I feel like they're in a good spot. Now it's time for some pinning. Has anybody started listening to holiday music? I feel like I got yelled at the other week by my kids that it was too early. And now I'm like, I watched a holiday movie yesterday. I did watch actually two holiday movies. So I didn't watch Elf yet. Elf is the one I got yelled at because I was trying to listen, like I was sitting working and I put Elf on and my daughter was like, it's not time for that. So, all right. So now I need to change my foot on this. Move my slippers out of the way. Okay. Let's turn this back over. You're definitely not in the Christmas spirit. Oh, I know. It can be hard. I agree. I get it. I feel like the more I sew Christmas gifts, the more I get in the spirit, I think. We don't decorate our house until closer. Actually, this year I think I'm gonna like yell at my husband and say like the past couple years, because Isabella's been at college, we've waited really long to go get our tree. So I think we don't do it on like this coming weekend. I know a lot of people do it. Gosh, I moved my scissors. I moved my stuff. Where did it go? I know a lot of people do it this coming weekend. Like my best friend, she'll have her tree up this weekend. My husband feels like that's way too early. I would like to have it up though. I feel like because I grew up with a fake tree, so I feel like I want it to be up sooner. Where he's like, it's not time. So, all right, let's stitch this baby on here. And what did Jordan tell me? We're going to do a zigzag, but I'm going to do it wider, right? How do I make it wider? I think that's that. I think that works. It's always so violent at first. All right, why aren't you pulling it? Ah. Oh, I know why. My feed. That's why. Because I was free motion quilting. There we go. Yeah, that's right. You have to put your feed dogs down for that. Oh, how did I do this too? Yes, okay. If you're wondering why I don't know what I'm doing, it's because this machine is still a new situation in many ways. I did pre-wash my fabric. I have to, we're doing our bougie chick sweaters next month. I need to get that fabric washed. That's on this month. I like added to my, don't forget to do and get ready. Okay, so there's one. There's one. I'm gonna spray it and iron it real quick just to get some of the little wavies out of it. Yeah, she's gonna think this is fun. Okay, here we go. Just that little pop of orange is really pretty. Okay. I need to order some more Gutermann thread colors from, maybe that's something I can tell my husband I want underneath the tree. I feel like I don't have, now that I'm doing more sewing like this, I feel like I don't have enough of colors. If anybody sees any Black Friday deals for that, let me know. This would be really cute. Oh shoot, I just cut that. That's not what I wanted to do. This would make little cute like pajamas too for a kid. It has, I figured my daughter is definitely like, has Miss Fizzle vibes. So I figured it definitely would be right up my daughter's alley as far as something she would wear as a teacher. All right, there's our other pocket. Put dish drying pans beneath the machine. It quiets. Oh, Celia, that's a great idea. Dish drying pads. You mean like the silicone ones? Oh, why do I only have one? I feel like this video always wants to go out, like the phone. I don't understand why the phone video goes out at all. Wow. There we go. I don't get it. Just yell at me if that happens, because I want you guys to be able to see it. I don't know if it's an update that I need to do or what. Okay, now we're going to do the shoulder seams. And it says, so here's where, and I have this. No, just the cloth ones. Oh, that's so smart. Oh, Krista, list the holiday music all year long, but officially don't admit it until Santa appears in the Macy's Day Parade. That's awesome. Oh, Sarah, missing your doggy. I'm so sorry. Yes, that's great that your mom's coming to help you set up the tree. That's the one thing with adult kids. It actually, when they're little, it's fun. But when they're older, I feel like it's even more fun, because we used to get an ornament for our kids every year for their Christmas Eve gift. And so now when we're decorating a tree, it's like they're all about like, oh, remember when I got this ornament? Remember that, Chris? Like, it's actually really fun to do that. Giant pin cushion. Yeah, that is a great idea, Celia. All right, so now I'm down here. So this is like an interfacing that goes in seams. I just got this off of Amazon, you guys. As much as I hate to admit it, I had done a kit for our muumuus. For my muumuu pattern. I know it's not muumuu season, but muumuus make great winter cozy nighties. If you do it in our brush cotton, this is the last time you're going to be able to get brush cotton on pre-order. Brush cotton muumuus are great winter nighties. Don't put the seam in the side here. Just put the seam, make it big. It's so cozy. Put it over your feet. I should make one of those. All right, so again, this is just interfacing tape that I'm going to cut the same length as my top shoulder. And what this does is it just helps kind of keep that shoulder seam crisp. So you really don't need a whole lot of it. And like I said, I got this off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the details then when we're done with the video. Enjoy the grocery store. I'm still procrastinating. I still don't have everything. We're going to do that Tuesday. Have a good day, Sarah. All right, so now we're going to grab, which ones does she tell me to put it in? All right, so I'm going to put it in these that I just did, and all I'm going to do is just lay it down and iron that across the top so that it's in the seam. And it just makes it way nicer. So there's that. I'm going to trim that off. Okay. our little kitten keeps trying to run outside this morning, and he's so fast. This morning, my husband actually, he ran across the road. Oh, and we don't really, we live in the country, so there isn't a ton of traffic, but there still is traffic. And he has me all worried about him. I said to my daughter and her boyfriend, I was like, we have to do something because he's so fast. All right. Let me turn you again so you can see me kind of piecing it and clipping it. All right, so we have our two sides. Now we need our back. And we're going to lay our back down like so. And I made this one size bigger because my daughter likes to wear more flowy clothes, so it's not real fitted. And then we're going to clip these in place. Oh, my stomach is making noises, and I did eat breakfast. Okay, so there's that one. And we're going to do this one. Throwing clips. Like I said, once I had the pattern pieced together and cut out, this would totally be a pattern that you could batch sew multiples, because cutting it out took no time at all. It was really just putting the pattern together. But you would have to choose a one size fits most if you were going to make it to be sewing to sew, right? Okay. So now we take her over to the serger. Let's see, can we, if I move this just to this end here, can you guys see me over? You can see me at the serger. You don't have to be right on top of me for the serger either, right? Put my pins. That's such a great idea. I think I'm going to do that for the pins and everything. Okay. So now we're just going to go right across. Okay, there we have that part done, and I'm going to just iron them so that the seam is going towards the back. Paula does not like those kids that are riding their four-wheelers. Does not make him happy. Okay, so we're here. Okay, now what? now we're going to add our sleeves. Lots of turning around here. Okay, so now I know this was something that in the class I'll make sure I clip my marks on here so I know which is the front of my sleeve and which is the back of my sleeve. So I need to lay it out flat. Did I cut these mirrored? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, I did. Oh, good. Good job, Jenna. Sometimes, well, you guys know. All right, so that's that way. And just clip this is the front. And that's the center. Okay. So this is this one. And then this is the other one. So I need to lay this like this. And this like this. And clip the front notch. Because notches aren't necessarily like important to connect it, but it is important to know which is your front part of your sleeve. Okay. All right, so clippies. So find my center. There. And then bring this down here. That. I'll bring this over here. And do that. And now we're going. I have to remember to put one of my woven labels somewhere on this. Probably in the, well, I do like down the one side. That way it's not bothering her. She was one of those kids that like had to cut out all of the labels. Anything itchy, Mom. Don't like anything itchy. Okay. Go over and serge this baby. Okay. I think it's pretty cool being able to like actually make like a holiday sweater for someone, or like, you know, like a Christmas gift that's a sweater. No Old Navy here. That's really fun. It's one of their, like, as much as like piecing the pattern together I feel like there is definitely a reward in apparel sewing, which I enjoy. Okay. Now we got our one sleeve on. Now I got to do the other one. All right, I'm going to pin this real quick. And the front is there. Okay. Does anybody do cookies? I know Katie's doing like some type of, with her tree cake box, they're doing like a cookie sew along or something like that, which I thought was fun. Over at my little shindig. Okay. Nose is itchy. Yesterday, my husband is over cutting down some trees. We had some really bad windstorms here, and we have an outside wood burner that heats our house. And everybody is like, come to have a tree in my yard, have a tree. So that's what he's doing yesterday, and today is cutting down more trees, which I think he was doing last weekend too. And so there's a restaurant near us that makes this like crazy pan meat lovers pizza thing. And so him and his buddy who's helping him from work, they wanted one of these pizzas. So I thought, oh, I'm not really in the mood for pizza. So we ordered hoagies. And they have extra large hoagies because I thought, well, I'll just order 2 extra large. Not really thinking, like, I didn't read again. Jen does read instructions. I didn't read like the size of the extra large. I was thinking probably just a little bit larger than the large. And then we can cut them up. And that's what, like, because the kids are here, my son is home, our father-in-law, like, and if we have a little bit left over, my husband could have it for dinner, right? These hoagies are like, when I say it's like a fish, they're huge. So we're having a hoagies for lunch and dinner today. I told my husband, I'm like, you need to bring your buddy over and have hoagies for lunch today. Okay. Now we have both sleeves done. All right. So now what we need to do is we're going to clip from here to the armpit to down the side. I'm pretty sure that's what we do next. And that's where I'm going to stick one of my woven labels. What? Nope, that is not what we do. Oh no, it is. It is what we do. Okay, so finish the side seams. So let me grab a woven label. I have these little woven labels with my logo on. So I'm going to put that in the side. Okay. Find it here. In the center. Armpit. There we go. We've been joking that everyone is getting eggs for Christmas because our chickens have been laying eggs like nobody's business. It's a little crazy, the number of eggs we get. I think we're at 2 dozen a day. Boy, a little crazy. My husband sells them at work here and there, but this is actually the time of year I should tell him. Like, tell anybody who's baking, we have eggs. We've thought about putting a little stand out front, but then it's the managing of the little stand. I feel a little overwhelmed deciding what to make or buy this Christmas. I'm not always confident people like what I make. Oh, Annie, this is the thing. I think it is hard. It's hard to feel like giving a handmade gift is something people want to get. But I promise you this. Nobody really does what we do. And that handmade gift, the meaning behind it, I think that matters. So it is hard to think about what to make, though. I struggled with that too this year of like, what do I make and what will somebody really like? So I kind of just sat with that. Like, I wrote down the name of people and thought about like what they do. I was kind of like what they enjoy doing. You know, like I saw Erin was making like the oven mitts, better than your bandana. Better than your, sorry, Erin. I saw she was making oven mitts, and I thought, you know, that's a really great gift if you know somebody who really likes to spend time in their kitchen. You know, so I think if you just think about the person, I don't see why. Don't doubt yourself. And if they really don't like it, don't make them anything next year. I wouldn't even gift them something next year. Like, if they tell you they don't like it, yeah, they don't deserve a gift from you. stuff out of there. All right, there's one sleeve down. Let's see how it looks. Cute. There's that, and there's my little tag, my little label. Okay, let's do the other side. That orange, the Crimson Canyon dyed fabric really sets it off. I'm excited to see how it looks with the, like all of the trim. I was thinking about making one of these for my mother-in-law too. I don't know. I don't really have fabric that I think I should go down and see what other bits I have, because I might have something, but I didn't order anything that I think would be her style. Oh. My daughter's yelling at either her boyfriend or her brother. They're doing dishes. Okay. All right. Now all we need is the cuffs and the lining, and we have a cardigan. Good morning, Jess. Got the pattern. I like to try a shirt. Oh, denim. Yeah. But not too many. Hobo cardigan. Yes, that would actually, this would be a really great, the shorter version of this would be really great with some denim. I agree. Denim or corduroy would be really great. All right, so now I need the bottom piece. All right, so I need to do back. All right. Back bottom here. And this is the bottom. Right? Bottom band. Yep. Yep. So come on now. Thought I had the center here. I don't. So we're gonna find the center. Okay. Now we're gonna find our center here. Opens. This is the other side. Okay. So there's the center. And there's the center. So we're gonna clip there. And now I just have to see. I know there's like, does it go the whole length? Yes, it does. Ooh, just stepped on a clip. Our dishwasher has been giving us problems, which isn't shocking. It's from like 1983. But my father-in-law, when he redid the kitchen, he kind of like, that was still here. They didn't change the dishwasher. And then when he did the tile flooring in our kitchen, he kind of cemented the dishwasher in. Oh, gotta love old farmhouses and shared living spaces of multi-generations. So now we're kind of like debating. Do we say, okay, it's ready to go. It's time to just call it quits. And if we're going to get a new dishwasher, then we're going to redo our kitchen a bit, which we really don't have the money to do. But I don't want to live without a dishwasher. So my father-in-law seems determined to fix it. I feel like he is like tracking his life off of how long the dishwasher lasts. So now they're all in the kitchen. Oh, they're talking about the kitty. It is trying living with an in-law, but at the same time, there are a lot of good things about it too. So try to remember the good. All right, there we go. Have that all clipped. stitch that across the bottom. I hope this helps some of you guys who are like wondering what you would use dyed fabric for. It makes a great accent. Great for accents. It doesn't have to be the feature. It actually can help the star of the show, which is your main print. Hi, Apollo. What you doing, buddy? Someone eating downstairs? Is that what you're checking out? Okay, so now I'm just going to iron this so that it lays nice. Just move this out of the way. I need a little bit more space for ironing. Can you see Apollo? Yeah, there he is. What are you doing, buddy? Huh? He just kind of like staring. What are you doing? What's up? What are the kids doing, huh? This Crimson Canyon actually has just like the slightest like lime green, and it looks really good with this print because of the turtle. Like there's just enough of like that lime color green to make the lime green stick out in this dye too, which is really fun. The bag maker in me says I should top stitch this, but that's not an apparel thing unless it calls for it. So we don't have to do that. Okay. All right, next part is the around the neck, I think. Prepare front band. Okay. Right size stitch together. And yep. And then I need to use the pattern piece. Okay. So first thing we need to do for a band, so you guys can see where we're at. So we have it all put together. The bottom band. There, can we see it? There we go. There's the bottom band. All right, now we're gonna do the neck and around the front, and then we just have the cuffs and we're done. All right, so the band pieces look like so. So you have, this is the front band piece, and this is, oh, what did I do? Bottom band. Well, I put the cropped band on the bottom, so it's thinner. Whatevs. I think it's thinner. Yeah, it's definitely thinner. That doesn't matter. I have extra here. I can make her a scrunchie out of this. All right. So we have this. Now, we need to piece these together. So we're going to lay them out wrong sides. And again, like I said, the way to tell the wrong side of the Eco Knit is it has a slight shininess to it, but also it's not, it's like fluffier. It has more fluff to it. So I'm going to just stitch right across here. And then I need to come over and make a marking off of the pattern. Alright, so now I have this. And now I need to mark this. So there's going to be, there's a little dot here on the pattern where I'm going to mark lines that I can see on the collar, because that's like where your collar goes. So I'm going to lay this out like so. My marking pen. Now, I'm also, the other thing that I'm going to do is these here on the edges that are the bottom, I'm going to fold them in half like this. And I'm going to serge the end, okay? That's how you get a nice finished bottom on this cardigan. Right way. And then we're just gonna turn this like this. Now we're gonna piece it on here, clip it on. Okay. And those marks that we made are gonna go right where both of our hem is, our shoulder hem. So those marks we made, that's where those go. So I want to find those first, because then that's where we're stretching everything. And this should be right side up. Like so. So I'm going to clip one here. And now we need to find the other one. And it feels like it's a lot, but it'll stretch just fine. Okay, so now we just need to stretch this. We're stretching the collar to meet. I have other clips over here. No. Okay. And then we're going to take this piece and turn it right side out. And down here to our corner. And see, that's how this is going to have a nice finished edge there. Yeah, Gunther's so small. Because I think he's like 8 weeks. He's just so fast. The little bugger. I popped him this morning because my husband came upstairs and Gunther must have followed him. And Paul was in bed with me, and Gunther tried to get up in bed, and Paul was like, absolutely not. You don't belong here. Oh, did I twist this? Don't tell me. No, I didn't. I didn't. Oh, I did twist it. Oh. Start over. Okay. Make sure it's not twisted. There we go. How's everybody's sewing going? Nobody's using the ripper yet, right? I could have probably done the ripper on the little bottom piece, but it doesn't matter if it's thinner. It's going to look just fine. She has a really nice, like, orange blouse, I think. That will go really pretty underneath this. The pattern that we're doing next month is, oh shoot, I have it over on the website for our Bougie Chicks sew along. There is one more of those kits, the Bougie Chicks. Is it the James? No, that's February, I think. I forget the name of next month's. It's a hoodie that we're doing, but it has like a really unique collar. We're doing that, I want to say like the 15th or the 11th of December. Jordan and I are sewing that live. But yeah, we have one more of the Bougie Chicks holiday sweater kits. And that's with our sweatshirt fleece. That we're gonna do the sweatshirt fleece just for like special occasion sews. So I won't be offering it necessarily on like pre-orders and stuff. But it's cute. It's chickens with Christmas bows and Christmas lights. That one actually, you know what? I'm gonna make that for my mother-in-law. She actually probably really like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that for my mother-in-law. I need to cut that pattern out and put it together so I have it ready. If you go over on our website and you go under apparel kits, you'll see them there. Oh, I didn't check to see if I twisted things. Oh, everything's good. Paula's scratching at the door. He wants to come up. Oh, someone must have distracted maybe. Okay, getting there. Okay, we're all clipped. Come back over to the serger. Have you tried the Izzy convertible backpack? No. Who's that by? Around the Bobbin is the pattern designer. Check it out. It's a fabulous make. I will have to check it out. It sounds like it's fun. I've been also looking for myself. I want to make out of our Grinch, Who's a Grinch book lover panel. I want to make myself a holiday bag. I need to let it follow up. So I'm looking for a pattern that will look good with our book lover panels that isn't the retro sling, since I've made 3 of those. Come on, buddy. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, let's get a drink. All right. All right. Start at this end, I think. Should I start at that end? Yeah. trying to make sure all my layers, goodness, can't talk today. Layers are I'm catching everything. Jordan's going to be so proud of me. Oh my goodness. That I did it right. Oh my goodness. Oh, what was that? Oh, I don't know what that. Oh, crap. Yeah, that was my free motion quilting foot. Uh-oh. That's not good. I have like a little, how do I fix that? It didn't, I guess I have to rip it. Yeah, I gotta rip it. Shouldn't have said anything. I need to find that foot before I go any further. You would think in a sewing room that's really small, things could like disappear, but they do every time. Where did that go? Nobody knows. Ugh. Well, we'll have to look for it then. I need to fix this. Where are you? Show yourself. Might need to put the other glasses on. See what happened? I kind of it's like above the actual. So I'm going to fix it. Let's put the other glasses on. We're going to start here, I think, from this direction. There we go. I did it again. Why is it doing that? What am I doing wrong, you guys? Why is it not getting even? I need to come at it from a different direction. I thought I was going at it from the direction I would need to go, like, do it to make sure it. Slips everywhere. Yeah, I think I probably have to do it from this way. There. That's better than what it was. It's not perfect, but it's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we have it. I'm going to iron these then so that they lay nice. Now we have to do our cuffs. Let's find my other glasses. Here they are. And look for this. Look for this free motion quilting foot. Did it fall in the trash? Nope. I'm not sure it was that yet. It definitely was that. Oh, always lovely to crawl on the floor. There you are. There it is. Okay. Last little bit. The cuffs. All right. So, the cuffs. I know this was the part. There's a trick to the cuffs, I guess. I recently lost my bobbin cover and just found it the other day under my large spool stand. Isn't it weird, like, the places that it goes? And, like, I looked under there, and the reason that I couldn't see it, it was, like, laying, because it's clear here. This was laying, like, up against, we have radiators, whatever you want to call them, in our house. And the silver part was up against that, which is silver. And then I couldn't see the clear. It's always something. Okay. Always. All right, so now we're going to fold the cuffs in half like this, right? And then you stitch that, and then you turn the cuffs out, correct? Is that right? With right sides together, join the sides of the cuff. right, because it's going to be, and then you're going to turn it. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to turn the cups, right? Yep. You did it, Jenna. I was like, did I do that right? It's okay. You did it. All right. So here's the cuff. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to, might as well pick up that clip and use it. We're going to clip that. There's that notch. There's one. Now we need to do the other one. If any of you are Stranger Things fans, who's going to be leaving their Thanksgiving early to go home and watch Stranger Things? I was watching a thing earlier where people are like literally like they're just canceling holiday plans. I was like, that's kind of crazy. But at the same time, kind of funny at the same time. We have been thinking about maybe because isn't it like New Year's or something that the last one is going to be in the theater? We thought about maybe doing that for New Year's. But I'm not leaving Thanksgiving early to watch it. I can always. It's recorded at home. Okay. All right, let's get these cuffs on. Where are we at there? Okay. last one. What time are we at? I'm sure we have time to start my other one. This was a really fun, quick sew. Cute, cute, cute. All right. There we have it. A Harper cardigan. Look how good that orange looks with this. Looks so good. This is the Crimson Canyon dyed fabric from September. So I sell dyed fabric. I only dye the Eco Knit just because French terry's thicker. It would use a lot more dye. But the Eco Knit, I usually do like 2 or 3. Oh, what is going on with this camera here? Oh. There we go. I think it has like a timer on it. So yeah, this turned out so cute. I'm really, really happy about it. I think my kiddo will like it a lot. Another gift down, you guys. I'm going to give it a good ironing before I wrap it. Yeah. Yay. All right, before I lose my pattern pieces, I'm going to just get them put together here. And then I'm just going to stick these pieces in the back of this so that they're all together. And put it up in my pattern cabinet. All right, there we have it. So that's good. I'll set these aside to make the scrunchie with that. Gather my clips. Does anybody else feel like they have to clean up after themselves every time? I do. What does that say about me? Like everything has to kind of go back to the way it was. Not like super clean, just like kind of clean. And my little broom out here. Alrighty. So the next thing we're going to do is another one of those applique sweaters. time are we at? Where are we at? We're at 12. Oh, we have an hour, you guys. We still have an hour. Great. Wonderful. So, how's everybody doing? Where is everybody at with their projects? Okay. Sorry about that. My drink. Yeah. Big thing that's happening now, just a little plug. Last chance pre-order is going on. It's over 200 some designs that we have available for pre-order. The way our pre-orders work is it's running until December 5th. Any orders that are over $75 come with a free gift. And our turnaround time for pre-orders is 7 weeks. We say like give us 7 weeks, but we try to get them out way quicker. And our goal for this pre-order is actually to get all the packages shipped out by the first week of January. So definitely check that out. And that's for all of our different bases. If you have a fabric sample pack, you'll be able to see all the different bases that we have from that. You can get this for free. Just boop the snoot of Apollo when he flies out on the website so that you can grab one of those. And our book lover panels are also on pre-order. They're just not retiring. So all the designs in the last chance portion of the pre-order, those designs are retiring. They will not be returning for 2026. So if you want them, you need to grab them. They might return in different forms, aka a book lover panel, but it means that you wouldn't be able to get it in like yardage. Also, we are retiring 3 bases from our pre-orders, which is our Luxe Sateen, our Brush Cotton, and our Sport Lycra. Those 3 will not be available next year in our regular pre-orders. We might have special pre-orders throughout the year where it's just those special bases, but they will not be available in our regular pre-orders, partly because of demand, partly because we don't want to keep a lot of inventory of different bases. It's a lot for us to do that. So yeah. So last chance pre-order is going on until December 5th. All right, let's change our foot. I think I need to get my, I have to decide what color thread I'm using here. Come on. Where are you? There we go. And then put the feed dogs down. And we have to put my ironing board up because, sorry for the squeaking. It should be WD-40 like a lot of things. And we're going to pull out the sweater. So this is just a sweater I bought off of Amazon Words. So it's just a gray, it's a spandex sweater. It's real soft. It's like kind of microfibery feeling. And then from the book lover panel, that's the 626 book lover panel, I cut him out. And then I also cut out the word teacher and some little hearts like this. So I'm going to machine applique those on. But we need to first rip out the side of this sweater. So finished the outside yesterday, putting the top zipper on now. Oh, then final assembly and crossbody strap. Good for you. Progress, progress. That's what matters. I haven't really looked at Amazon at all. But there are a few things. Like I usually get like some stocking stuffers and whatnot. We are buying ourselves, Deej and I, for Christmas. We are buying ourselves a new bed. That's our big Christmas gift. because our bed is still the same bed we bought when we got married. So it's almost 25 years old. It needs to move on, because sleep is important. So that's what we're getting. Anybody have bed recommendations? I feel like I don't know. We can't afford like a Sleep Number thing. That's out of the question. But he likes soft. We really should get a Sleep Number bed because he likes soft. Like you're gonna like get sucked into it. And I like the bed to be it's soft is okay, but like it needs to not be so soft that I feel like the bed comes around me. So I don't know. There's just so many, like a lot of the bed stuff anymore. It's like you order it and it just comes. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. We could go to a furniture store, but then again, time. So I need to sit down and do some research on like who's having deals. We do have a Sam's Club and Costco membership, so I'm wondering if Costco or Sam's Club has a good mattress. And I'm just ripping this open up to the armpit area, just so that I have it open so that I can free motion easier. Yeah, like this is another thing. Gifts don't have to be completely handmade. They can be partial handmade. Like this is, I just bought a shirt that was already put together because it was on sale. You know, and making it a little different, a little new, customized for the person, right? So, all right. So now I have to lay it out. I want to find my center here. And then I'm going to probably go down 2 inches from the collar. And that's where I'm going to put the center of teacher is going to go there. So I have to lay it out. T, E, A, C. H, E, R. And then I have three hearts. Okay, I think that works. Or should I? Oh, I should probably put one as like. I'm going to save those two and put. Just got to be careful where you put things on a shirt. All right, so the back of these I have put the heat bond to make it like a patch. So I'm just going to peel that off and iron these on where I want them. And then I think I'm going to change, like, maybe I should use a variegated. I should use variegated thread for this. And I was thinking about like changing colors every time, but that's a lot. Let's just use a variegated thread. Okay, come on. Peel off. Tomorrow I have my call with Lauren to get all of our details for when I sew at the Sew Whatever studio in February. So if you're not far or you want to make the trip, it's the 7th and 8th of February. I'm going to be teaching at the Sew Whatever studio. I think Lauren plans to put the tickets up by like the second week of December. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be so fun, and the fabrics I'm using for the bag we're making are so cute. I'm debating, I'm going to talk with Lauren tomorrow, is debating about offering two different styles. Just because I know some, certain things are certain people's style. So maybe if we have two different styles, that would help people make a decision. So I'm going to talk with her tomorrow. If she thinks we should just stick with one, then I'm going to stick with one where you're going to be using some specialty dyed fabric. It's not tie-dyed. It's a different technique that I did over the summer. But it'll be a great spring bag, I think. Okay. All right, now we're going to put this guy on. So here's where I'm so far. This is what I have. I have Teacher across the top. It's in like this blue color, so I figured once it's pre-motion quilted around, it'll look really cute. Okay. Now we need to put our 626, our stitch, line him underneath. And also, we're getting ready. I know I shared this last week. My best friend and I, my mother-in-law and my kids, we decided we're going to do soup and crafting next Saturday. We'll definitely share. We'll share what we're some of our stuff. I think I'll probably share a little bit. I don't know where I want to go with these other two. You definitely need to be on this side. But I feel, or maybe, oh, I don't want to put them there because that'll be, might be like boobs. And I don't want to do that. Maybe like this. Yeah. My kids arguing in the kitchen. When you don't have that, though, you do miss them. You miss the arguing. Because it's not fighting, it's just them being them. All right. Okay. So we have it on there now. Let me show you. It's ironed on. Okay, I put the two little hearts at the bottom and then one up in the corner. Cute, huh? Okay. I don't need the iron anymore. Or we can. Sorry about the squeaky. But I need variegated thread. We're gonna use. I have this. This was from Wonderground. I feel like it was some. Maybe it was the first. Was it the first bee box that Jess and Gabby did? It might be from the first bee box. So that's the thread I'm going to use because it's variegated and it has like purples, greens, blue. So I'm going to use that. Where are we going? My husband, you might hear some barking. My husband and his friend are here. Okay. Let me bring this up. There we go. Yep. I should really have that pink in my bobbin. But there's pink. What do I want to do? Well, that actually might not look bad if it comes up through a little bit. I want to do a different stitch. Okay, that's a wider. That's probably what I want. Ooh, this is kind of like a doodle stitch. Here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Are we seeing okay? Yeah, we're seeing it all right. I think that's what I'm going to do is like kind of like a doodle. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I don't know. I'm not a professional free motion sewist, so I should have probably opened the other way. You know what? We're just gonna do. This is a Christmas gift, Jenna. Don't play. Don't mess around. Hey, I'm live, just so you know. How's it going?
Good.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if I like that. How do I get my bobbin to be not showing? Tension. That's that. That's that. Bobbin. Yeah, yeah, I know how to do that. That's just threading the bobbin. It should have an automatic tensioner. That's the... Oh, but I think it's okay to... Okay. Yeah, it's all right. Actually, with the variegated, it kind of looks pretty cool. All right, I'm okay now. No. Oh no! 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 Oh, I did it. Yep. Just a couple stitches though. It's just a couple. Well, I think maybe like one. If I can see it and get in there without ripping the shirt. This is the part of handmade gifts people don't understand. Right? Okay. Okay. All right, what's the best place? Probably here. Are any of you like, I can't watch this? I feel like that would maybe be me if I was watching this. Again, I'm not a professional. I just started playing with this foot, so I'm not a professional at all. Okay, can I do that? Oh, there it is. There it is. Needle down when I'm stopped. I think that will help me not make a mistake. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's start down here. I just feel like this is a whole other way to use a book lover panel, which is fun. So I know many of you guys have multiple, like lots of book lover panels. So if you're looking for something to make, this could be a fun, like book club gift, right? Make applique sweatshirts. Even you could do, if you didn't want to do the sewing, you remember the puffy paint? You could do puffy paint. This is cute. It's fun. Okay. I should have done I have a lime green too. Well, there's not really lime green, but the pink like definitely works. The pink and the yellow. It's definitely Stitch inspired, I think. Oh. All the birdies are someplace in the trees. I hear them. I don't see them. I really want one of those bird feeders that like sits on my window here to watch them. Oh, seems like coming this way a little bit more. Okay, Jenna, focus. I maybe need to get a little, I think I need to get a little smoother with my hand movements, right? That's my problem, is I'm not like, there's nothing free motion happening. Oh, because I don't have to. Oh, Jenna, what is wrong with you? Because I don't have to turn it around me. Is anybody like commenting that? Jenna, you know, you don't have to. Wow. Listen, it's for my best friend. She's gonna love it. And if she doesn't love it, she's gonna pretend she loves it because she loves me. Okay. Why didn't I think of that part sooner? So much faster, you guys. Oh. If you can't enjoy your craft, if you can't laugh at yourself, oh my goodness. That just goes so much faster. I might go over them all again. It doesn't have to look like, I wanted it to look like kind of wild because Stitch is wild. And she teaches 2nd grade. And if, oh, that's a big one. If you know anything about teaching 2nd grade, you know that it is wild as well. That looks cute. Okay. Now we're going to do these guys. Okay. Now, I think we're going to do this, just singles. And we're going to stitch, make my stitch length just a little bit bigger. Oh, did I run out of bobbin? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. No. Thread just broke. Let's see. That was a thing that I thought about when you said free motion. Release the control, Jenna. Release the control. You know, like that is one of the reasons I dye fabric, is because I do, my anxiety makes me like I can be very like gripped. So this is a good sewing practice actually for me to have, to like remind myself, like release, 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 release. So, okay. And I think I'm going to go around these. Let's see how I fare. Do I feel like I can give this? I think I can. We need to clip some threads, but it definitely brightened it up so you can see it. It needs ironed, but she'll love it. I know she'll love it. There we go. There we have it. 2 gifts. Done. Capiche. Finished. All right, everybody. That is our day because we have 20 minutes. Well, we have like 5 minutes left. The big things to remember, you guys, if you are not on the holiday pop-up shop waitlist, please get your name on that list. I know we all get tons of emails this time of year, but if you also do the text messaging, people who are on the holiday pop-up shop will get early access on the 25th. I keep saying that's Wednesday. It's actually Tuesday. need to remind myself of that. So Tuesday you will get a text alert and an email that you with the link to get early access to the holiday pop-up shop. Like I said, there's going to be things in there. So I'll just share with you. So we have our mystery wrapped bundles. They're basically 2.5 to 3 yards of fabric, surprise fabric. There's going to be notions in there. And then there will be 5 golden turning tools. Okay. 5 golden turning tools. And then the rest, everyone will get a turning tool, but there'll be 5 golden ones. If you win a golden turning tool and you post it and you show it to us on Christmas Day, whenever, probably from Christmas Day to New Year's, you'll have to tag me and show me you got a turning tool. You're going to get a free year subscription to the HandCrafted post. So whether you order it over, we'll refund you your HandCrafted post. So you'll get a free HandCrafted post subscription, which is going to be our mail club. That will also be available in the holiday pop-up shop, either the monthly subscription or the year subscription for the HandCrafted post. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss out on it. It's really going to be something special that we get to do as a community. And everything in the HandCrafted post is going to be a collectible little goodie that you can then turn into something throughout the year in your sewing. So the HandCrafted post subscriptions will be there. The mystery wrapped bundles for under the tree. Let us wrap it. If he won't, we'll surprise you under the tree. Okay. What else? We also will be, our bookish blankies will be there. We have 29 different designs of our bookish blankies that are our custom designed prints that will be on an 80-inch by 60-inch Sherpa blanket. They will ship and be in the hands of you or whoever you send them to before Christmas. So if you want to get them for yourself, you want to get them for gifts, there will be 29 different designs of our bookish blankies. What else is going to be there? There's more. We're coming out with a 2026 tea towel calendar. It's so good. You're going to love it. On some of our linen cotton canvas. That's one of the things that I'm picking up on Tuesday. The tea towel will not be finished. It'll be a 26, the measurements I think are 26 by 18. So you have enough of room there if you want to put it, like turn it into something, add it to a quilt, add it to something. Or you could just serge the edges or hem the edges and have a tea towel calendar for 2026 with one of our exclusive designs that we've worked with Eve Anderson Draws. She's out of Scotland. She has beautiful and nostalgic vintage drawing. So I think you're going to really love it. So the tea towel calendar will be on the holiday pop-up shop. Gift cards will be on the holiday pop-up shop. But the key thing to remember is that everything in the holiday pop-up shop is going to have free shipping. So make sure you're signed up on the holiday pop-up shop wait list so that you can get access to that. Last chance pre-order is going strong. Make sure you get your orders in. Again, like I said, from today till Wednesday, $5 off all of our blind date sewing kits and dynamic fabric kits. That's every single one you put in your cart. You get $5 off. That's a great deal. We do not usually discount those, but I thought if you are trying to think of things to make for the holidays, we will be shipping those out on Friday. So we'll get them in your hands so that you can sew them, along with our Goosey is a part of that, which we'll be sewing together here live on December 7th. All right. Thank you, everybody who joined me live today. I really appreciate you all. I hope you'll have a beautiful Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, even if you do celebrate it, I think it's just a great time of year for us to think about like what we let go of, that we are going to be grateful that we got to let go of it, and also just grateful about what we have. So I love you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you Friday, Black Friday. We're going to be sewing live the Everything But the Machine tote. All right. Take care, everybody.